I got two of my cousins that have been really supportive of me, and I love what they went through, so I want to share that with you. Let us know who you are and how was the home buying process.
Hi, I'm Richard. I'm one of many of Jeff's cousins. And then this is Janice, my fiance.
And we're recent home buyers.
Wow. What made you guys decide on the house you bought? And maybe let us know which house you guys bought.
The main takeaway for buying our home was that it was new construction, and it was in a location really close to my workplace, so it makes it a really convenient drive.
We purchased a condo instead of a single family home, mainly because of the cost. It was a little bit more affordable for us, and it made sense for our lifestyles. We don't necessarily want too much maintenance. We want to be able to be around neighbors that are very similar to one another. A lot of those people are also recently engaged or married, and they are working on their first child.
Wow.
So those were some of the factors in purchasing a condo versus a single family home.
Yeah.
For us, at least.
That's really unique.
Yeah.
Not many people buy new developments. What are more like pros and cons to buying a new home versus an old home?
The pros of going through new construction and the whole process is everything's really structured. You get the sales office up front. There's a loan officer ready there. There's new models to look at.
Right.
So you get to kind of get a sneak peek of and go through the home building process, where you'll get to design it the way you want it, pick out all the flooring, the countertop options, get to customize it the way you want. And you also, if you're early enough, you get to pick the plot of land that you want your house to be on.
Yeah, exactly where you want it to. If there's feng shui involved, you can pick either north or south, etc. I know that a lot of Asian families are really into that, so that became a factor in our home. Also, the warranty process. Did you mention that already?
Oh, okay. Home warranties.
So, for the first year, first year or two, depending on the negotiated, contract with the retailer. Sorry.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. With the
builder,
they usually take care of the home for you. So anything that goes wrong, whether it's the garage not closing, they'll have their guys come in within 24 or 48 hours.
Oh, okay.
So that was really quick.
That's convenient.
Richard contacted them a lot.
Oh, really? So you guys actually put it to use?
Picking on all the little things that needed to be fixed. So
really,
they're very customer oriented and took care of you.
Are there still more units on sale at that place?
Fortunately, all have sold out.
So all of them closed, but they still have the same quality of service that was there when you guys first bought it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So what are your next moves?
Even though we've just been living there for just a year and a half, we're already thinking about our next home. Just a matter of saving, what to do with this next home, where we want to be next. We're gonna look for maybe a better neighborhood for kids to grow up in. So we're gonna look at school districts. We also want a safe neighborhood, all other things like that.
So you guys do want to buy a second home?
Yeah. We always knew going into this house that it wasn't our forever home. We knew that right now it's what works for us, and we have a 5 to 7 year plan of what we want to do in the future. So that's something to take into account for your first home. It's not necessarily going to be your forever home, so you don't have to wait so much on that. It is a scary process, and definitely very difficult to take the plunge when you first go at it. But just think realistically, you're not going to live here you might not live here within 30 years, even though the loan is about 20, 30 years long.
Smart.
So when you lift that weight off, you can kind of open your horizon, kind of find different options that work best for you.
I like it. I like the long-term thinking.
Yeah.
And I think, just to add, I think we feel this confidence based on what we went through the first time. We kind of learned as we go along, how the process works. We learned the the real estate terms, and we know what we can do with our first property.
So do you guys remember the feeling of before you guys bought your first house, all the advice you guys got versus actually going through the process and then learning it?
Advice is advice. It's really difficult to take somebody else's word for it unless you're going through it yourself. For Richard, the first time he started looking was back in 2011.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, and at that time we weren't as knowledgeable on the market, and we weren't so skilled. So we looked at like 30 or 40 homes, and at the end, like he couldn't commit at all, and it was just it was a struggle because we really thought like, oh, we're gonna live here for a long time. Had we known that it might not be our forever home, we might have taken the plunge earlier and made a great investment and made over like $200,000 in comparison.
Do you plan to buy a new development again?
I think if the price is right, we probably would. What we'd probably look at the next home is a yard. That's something that we didn't have in a townhome. But that's mainly because I like doing yard work, believe it or not. So I'd be looking to have a yard that I could maintain and kind of personalize. Yeah, new construction is very convenient. We like all the perks that come with it. We don't have to worry about a faulty light fixture or plumbing issues. And all we look for is probably a low HOA, so we don't have to deal with that extra cost. But for the convenience, definitely, if the price is right.
I want to try a fixer-upper. I think it would be really interesting. Richard's become more of a handyman lately, just learning new skills. I think new development is great for people that don't know how to use a wrench when they first start, and they'll gradually get into it. They don't necessarily have to do plumbing right off the bat.
Sounds like me.
Exactly, right? It's definitely a challenge and very stressful when you're first starting. But if we have a home that we're still living in and we buy another one, we could probably fix it up. Maybe.
I love it.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens within 5 years.
It can go either way. Yeah. For us, we learned a lot, and I think we're not fearful anymore of whether it's new or old.
Wow, this is awesome. This is very, very valuable advice. I learned a lot. So thank you guys. Are you guys any last words of advice before you sign off? Just do it.
Do it. Just go get your pre-approval letter. Know what you reasonably can achieve. What's aggressive, what's also conservative, and then start looking. Look at the finishes. Look at what you want, what you must have, what you can go without for at least 5 to 10 years. That will help. And just, I don't know, enjoy it. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Janice, Richard. Love you guys. Beautiful.
Bye.